Tomorrow night, 48 Hours has a story about people who could be your next-door neighbors. A middle-class family from a Detroit suburb appeared to be perfect on the outside. Then, as Tracy Smith reports, a murder exposed some very dark family secrets.
All rise for the jury.
It was a sensational murder trial. A beautiful wife and mother brutally bludgeoned and stabbed to death in her own garage. The prime suspects, her husband and valedictorian son.
We take no joy in this case. I mean, this was a brutal case that literally is destroying a family.
It started out as the perfect family, says Bernie Pine.
My wife, Ruth, my son, Jeffrey, and my daughter, Julia.
You had a lot of happy times.
Absolutely. Lots of happy times.
But in her late 30s, Bernie says Ruth started having serious psychological problems. She couldn't sleep for days at a time and started getting paranoid. Ruth was eventually diagnosed as bipolar. Though she was prescribed drugs, she refused to take them.
She believed that all medication was a form of sorcery and that she wasn't going to take it.
Ironically, in the spring of 2011, Ruth had finally agreed to take her medication and was getting back to her old self. Then came that terrible day in late May.
There was overkill. Multiple puncture wounds to her neck, multiple wounds to her head.
We knew that there was some type of a rage, that we felt that it was something that was personal.
Police immediately zeroed in on father and son.
To have people think that you could do it is the most disgusting and debilitating thought that you can have.
And then when they started pointing at your son.
That's even more ludicrous. There's just no way.
But detectives thought otherwise.
The person that everybody thought was the perfect kid on the inside wasn't as perfect as what they were seeing on the outside.
After a 5-month investigation, 21-year-old Jeffrey Pine was arrested and charged with first-degree murder, a crime Bernie says his son did not commit.
Did you ever flat out ask him if he killed Ruth?
He and I had the conversation, if you will. I remember it very well. I said, Jeffrey, they're really looking hard at you. And I need to know, did something happen here? Did Mom lose it? I said, it would actually be easier to defend you for self-defense. He says, I could never hurt anyone, let alone Mom. I loved her.
And that was it?
I knew right then.
Your Honor, now calling in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jeffrey Pine.
Last November, Jeffrey Pine went on trial, facing a possible lifetime in prison.
All right, Tracy Smith. Both father and son say that Jeffrey didn't do it, yet both the prosecutors felt they had enough for first-degree murder, even though the police say that this was a rage killing.
That's right, first-degree murder. So here's the thing. We think about premeditation as something that you think of, days, weeks, months in advance, right? Well, in Michigan, as in a lot of states, the law doesn't really give a time for premeditation. So what the prosecutors are saying is that he initially beat her brutally. Then he rolled her over, got another weapon, and stabbed her 16 times. In that time that he got the other weapon, he had time to consider what he was doing, to take what they call a second look at his actions. And yet he kept going, and that's what makes it premeditation. What's also interesting is that his lawyer argued against a lesser charge.
Yeah, that's fascinating. All right, Tracy Smith, thank you.